my name is Alex, I'm the patchwork nerd, and it is officially, when this video goes out, the first day of Camp NaNoWriMo. For those of you who are not familiar with NaNoWriMo, it stands for National Novel Writing Month. It takes place in November, and the goal is to write 50,000 words within 30 days. Camp NaNoWriMo is very similar, but has a few cool differences from the traditional NaNoWriMo, and that is where you get to customize the goals. You can make it a word goal, an hour goal, a minute goal. The other really cool thing is you can be in a cabin where you are with either a bunch of friends or a bunch of fellow writers, and you are all talking about your experiences with writing your novels. Camp NaNoWriMo typically takes place in April and July of the year, and this year I am participating in July NaNoWriMo, and I want to tell you guys first about the goals that I have for NaNoWriMo, and then I want to give you guys some advice because this is not my first rodeo. I have done several NaNoWriMos, I've done several Camp NaNoWriMos, and I want to share some wisdom with you guys, especially because this video should be going out on the first day of camp. And I want to give you guys some encouragement to help pump up your spirit and make things really exciting. So let's go. The project I am working on is a project that I've been working on for, oh my god, I think it's been almost 2 years. It is titled To Market to Market. It is a dark fantasy, and it is the story of a girl who must sneak into a market of hags to save her twin brother from a really dark ritual that he is the reluctant guest of honor for. It is a YA story, and I am currently working on my revisions. My goal was actually to be done with my revisions by the time camp started. In case you haven't seen my last video, I recently announced something that's making my life a little more challenging. I will link it somewhere in the cards in one of these doobly corners. If you haven't seen that, please go check that out first because I'm going to talk spoilers now. And that is that I am pregnant. I am due on December 27th of 2019. It's been kind of making my energy go down the toilet. I've been dealing with a lot of fatigue issues. I also recently discovered that I kind of sort of might have a thyroid issue. The endocrinologist is being super helpful with getting all that figured out. Baby's fine. I'm doing okay. That has also led to my energy just kind of falling down the toilet. June was a really difficult month for me. It was just a lot of exhaustion that I was dealing with. I've been actually over the last couple of weeks trying to get in the habit of doing all of my writing in the morning. I work a 40-hour work week. I work Monday through Friday, typical, 8 to 5 job. It's really hard for me to get any energy to write, especially because my fatigue usually kicks in around 1 or 2 o'clock, and it makes it really challenging at work, let alone coming home and working further on a project. So I wake up, I get a really nice healthy breakfast in my system, take my prenatal, and then I get to writing. And hopefully by the end of July, I can be done with this draft. Oh, I want to be done. I really want to be done, especially because I want to participate in NaNoWriMo. My goal was to start a brand new project. I wanted to actually have camp be where I was planning my NaNoWriMo project, and I was going to spend a whole month making my outline and fleshing out my characters and working on the story that I want to do next, and that's going to have to wait. So the sooner I get this done, the sooner I can do something different, and I'm ready. I'm ready to broaden my horizons and be done with this project. I've been working on it for so long. I need a break. I need to do something different. This isn't my first time doing Nano or Camp NaNoWriMo. I want to share some of the experiences I've had and some of the wisdom that I've gained along the way to help not only encourage you guys, but to help you maintain your momentum throughout the whole month, because writing for this big of a chunk of time and really diving into a project, it's hard. I failed my last Camp NaNoWriMo. It just didn't work out, and that's okay. I want to help you guys get started on the right foot and have as much success as humanly possible. The first thing I want you guys to remember is to really embrace the beginning of Camp NaNoWriMo. These first couple of days, this first week, you're kind of riding that high of excitement, of everything being shiny and new and diving into the project. Use that energy. Use that to catapult you as much as humanly possible. My first time participating in NaNoWriMo, I think I wrote like 6,000 words the first day, and that set an amazing foundation for me with the following weeks, especially when it got harder in weeks 2 and 3, and you're just sitting there pulling your hair out going, okay, can I be done now? So really try to take advantage of the energy you have now. Another thing I recommend is utilizing your cabin. Whether it is with strangers or friends, make sure that you are being a good resource for your fellow writers and that you are reaching out and asking people for help if that's what you need. I am so excited about my cabin for this year because I am actually doing a cabin with fellow author tubers. We're all just creating this community of AuthorTube and going, hey, writing community, let's do Camp NaNoWriMo and let's be awesome. And so everyone's making just amazing content with bullet journals, with talking through what their projects are, giving advice. It's such an amazing thing to be a part of that community. And I will link everybody down below so you guys can check out their channels and make sure you subscribe to everybody because there is going to be so much Camp NaNoWriMo content coming out that's also going to help inspire you throughout this month. I know watching Camp NaNoWriMo videos really helped me every time I did NaNoWriMo, which reminds me, remember the importance of self-care this month. You might feel like all you can do is write and write and write, but remember to stop and take a break every once in a while. I like to play with Legos. I like to color. I'm a kid at heart. I play Stardew Valley. I have other things that take up my time aside from writing, and I make sure to keep balancing that. That's why I also think it's important to establish a schedule. In my case, I write in the morning, so then when I come home after work, I can invest my time in self-care. I can spend time with my husband, I can watch a show, I can cook, and I can do all of that without feeling guilty or that I am doing a disservice to my project. Balance is really important during this month because you don't want to burn out, and there is always the risk of burning out if you push yourself too hard. And also, if you're watching this and you have not committed to Camp NaNoWriMo, there is still time. It's the beginning of the month, and maybe that means that you're going to dive into a project blind, or it means that you're going to go into a project without an outline. That's okay. This is a great month for experimenting and for trying to figure out what works for you as a writer. You can set a really small goal so that way you can just kind of dip your feet in the water and get a feel for things. It's also a really great way to get practice for doing NaNoWriMo. If you haven't done NaNoWriMo either and you're wanting to kind of see how you will do with that, use this as an opportunity to practice and figure out what your strengths and what your weaknesses are and what you need to do to be successful in November. And lastly, I want to tell you guys, don't be too hard on yourself. You might win, you might lose, you might fall flat on your face, you might climb the top of the writing mountain and scream from the peaks. I don't know. I don't judge either way. No matter what you do with writing, just remember, this is supposed to be fun. It's a challenge, but it's an exciting and good challenge. And if at any point it doesn't seem like this is the right thing for you, that's okay. There is nothing wrong with NaNoWriMo not working for you. That just means that you got to experiment more, and everybody's process is different. And that's a really cool thing about AuthorTube is that you can constantly jump around all of these videos to find all sorts of people with all sorts of methods, and I'm still figuring out what works best for me. Maybe even write down what works for you about this month and what doesn't, and keep that running list throughout the month so that way you can take that and use it in future projects. The important thing is to have fun and be kind to yourself. Whew. Guys, it feels nice. I'm actually standing up to make this video because I don't really have a permanent setup yet. We are reversing our office and bedroom in our house. I just temporarily posed in front of this curtain. There's a closet back here, and hopefully I will have a better setup soon. But I just want to thank you guys. It feels good to stand up and bounce around and talk about writing because I have felt really sluggish the last couple of months. I'm happy to say that I'm slowly gaining my energy back, and NaNoWriMo is also really helping give me some strength and give me the encouragement I need to keep going despite, some of the obstacles that I'm facing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you are having a wonderful start to Camp NaNoWriMo. And if you are participating in Camp NaNoWriMo, please tell me about your projects in the comments down below. And let me know, is this your first time doing camp? Your second? Your eighth? Have they done it for 8 years? I don't know. I don't pay attention. Well, whatever it is, please leave it in a comment down below and let me know more about what you are working on and what your plan is for this month. And if you're not doing camp, that's perfectly fine. Tell me what you are planning on working on this month and how you plan on tackling those goals yourself. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And remember, as always, keep writing, keep laughing, and most importantly, please keep encouraging each other. I will see you next time. Toodles!